Good morning and good afternoon to everybody on throughout Canada and the United States. My name is Chuck Jerome and I'm Vice President of Business Development and happy to be with you here this afternoon to talk to you a bit about who BAASS is in our organizations. And just hopefully everybody can see my first slide with my beautiful face on there. We're going to be talking a bit about digital transformation and really how our organization helps to support that with and support our customers in their journey through digital transformation. We're going to focus on three key particular areas that we know would be of assistance to you. And uh, again, always great to be back here with the BAASS Connect conference. We've been doing this, as Joe mentioned, for a number of years, and I've been able to be the master of ceremonies through the on-site presentations. Certainly miss that. Look forward to next year and going back to that format. But we make the best of the times and are happy to be able to present to you virtually at this point in time. So certainly if you have been to a previous Connect conference and you've heard Joe and I speak, as Joe mentioned, our success comes from yours, but really our primary objective is to help our clients reach their potential. And we do this by enabling business transformation. And we do that through the alignment of people, process, and technology. And the reason why I share this with you is because it's very important to us to make sure that we are aligning the services and the solutions we provide with your needs and that to support your digital transformation. So as we get started in our presentation about BAASS this morning, I did want to kind of cover off what digital transformation is. It's a very common term you hear these days in the industry. And with that, I think it's important for us to understand exactly where this comes from. So I picked a definition by Brian Solis, who's the VP of Global Innovation at Salesforce, and he's very much a visionary, or what they call a futurist, very well-known best-selling author. But when he speaks, people typically listen to understand what's happening in the area of technology. So he basically defines digital transformation as this: it's the realignment of or new investment in technology, business models, and processes to drive new value for customers and employees and more effectively compete in an ever-changing digital economy. And what I like about this is it really does align with our primary objective and what we're trying to do for our clients. So every time we produce a new solution, every time we define or build a new service to help our clients, this is everything that we're keeping in mind. We want to leverage your existing technology investments the best we can. We want to be adaptable to the changes in your business and in your marketplace. And we know that we need to align people, process, and the technology ultimately so that you can provide greater value to your customers and to your employees. So why does digital transformation matter? Well, if you look at the last 20 months with the COVID pandemic, we know it certainly does make a huge difference in the way that if we stayed status quo from where we were in January 2020, we would be in a lot of trouble at this point in time. So we've had to adopt to the changes and adapt our business to not only how we're going to serve our customers, either provide our products or services, but how we're going to do that internally. So that took a lot of change. And really, in the first few weeks of the COVID pandemic, literally everybody went quiet. And it was a situation where everybody was just trying to figure it out. This was unprecedented, and we needed to be able to kind of figure out how we were going to go about being able to do business, and was there even going to be business to do? So we've gone through a major transformation over that period of time. And now that we're starting to, or it looks like we're coming out of it, is what is business going to look like once we come out of it? What are the expectations of our customers? How are we going to adopt our business again to serve our customers and work internally and serve our employees as well? So digital transformation makes a big difference for us all. So where does BAASS come into play then with respect to all of that? There's three key areas of our solutions and services that we provide that I want to focus on in our presentation here today. And that is on the implementation of support of finance and business applications, on our consulting and advisory services, and lastly, in our development services. And the reason why I picked these three particular areas to talk to you about is because this is where we've seen the greatest need by most companies going forward. So for many of you who know us as an organization well, you may be thinking that some of this information is somewhat redundant for you. Yet I'm sure there's something we're going to speak to you today about that you don't know. And this is one of the biggest things that we find ourselves is that we're always surprised by the things a lot of our clients don't know about the services and the solutions that we provide. So we feel it's important that we share this with you now, because as your trusted advisor, we want to make sure that we are your go-to when it comes to the implementation of automation or business applications in your organization. And if we can't assist you, perhaps we can at least point you in the right direction to be able to do that. But we pride ourselves on being a one-stop shop for you. So of course, you would know us for our ERP software solutions and our financial management solutions. So we always start with, let's say, the foundation, the back office, and we provide solutions that extend out from there. And on top of that, we not only, of course, provide on-premise ERP and financial management solutions, but we provide hosting services through Linetco, our BAASS cloud offering that allows you to host any application that you have, not only the ones that we have, but any other business application. And we know that you have your choice of whether you want to use Microsoft Azure, Amazon Web Services, other third parties. But for a lot of our clients, they would like to work with one vendor that's going to manage all of that for them, the applications, the hosting, the managed services, disaster recovery, backup, everything for them. And our BAASS cloud offering does that. So as we move out of the back office into the operations of your business, we provide business applications that will manage also your full supply chain, your inventory, procurement, your sales order processing, and then of course into the warehouse, your barcoding and reading devices, your EDI applications, pick, pack, and ship, everything that you need to be able to continue to deliver the products that you have. And once you have a full system in place, then we can add a layer of business intelligence on top of that that are going to give you your performance metrics, those dashboards that are going to allow you to understand how am I doing based on what I expected to do. Okay, am I favorable, or do I need to make adjustments in my organization in specific areas? Not only beyond dashboarding, of course, your financial reporting, your purchase analysis, and your sales analysis information also. We also extend into your sales and marketing, your business development areas, where we can automate their processes for them and be able to allow you to put greater controls and reporting capabilities in these areas. Add on top of that customer service so that you can meet your service level agreements that you have with your customers. And of course, CRM also provides an incredible process platform that allows you to build out customer solutions. Going away from the needs of your customers, but to your internal needs for your employees, BAASS also provides HR, human capital management solutions, and payroll solutions. So really all-encompassing applications for your entire organization. And if you're not aware, we want to make sure you understand that beyond the Sage product portfolio that we carry, we also carry other applications. But specifically within Sage, of course, many of you are using Sage 300. These, as Joe mentioned, has been an application that we've worked with literally from the dawn of its initiation as AgPack Plus. It's an on-premise ERP application that works tremendous in nonprofits, wholesale distribution, manufacturing, general business environments, professional services, and service type businesses. Then we also have Sage X3, which is more of an enterprise level solution that also can be hosted or on premise, and it's very strong in advanced distribution and process manufacturing requirements. And then we have Sage's newest product, which is Sage Intacct. Although it's been an application available for 20 years, it is their true native cloud application, which is a turnkey solution for general business, nonprofit organizations, financial services, software companies, and a number of other industries like home offices and financial institutions. So a tremendous suite of products from Sage that we'll be highlighting over the next couple of months. We also support the Microsoft Dynamics ERP products as Business Central and Finance and Operations. And then we support a number of CRM applications like Sage CRM, Dynamics CRM, and of course Salesforce CRM, because often the CRM platform is unique to the sales organization, yet you want to be able to integrate that to your ERP system, and we can do all of that for you. So that gives you a sense of all of the different applications and functional areas of your business that we operate in. So we do literally cover off all areas of your business. Our implementation approach is very structured, and yet it allows us to improve the user adoption of all of our systems within your organization and reduce your risk of implementing them. So everything from analysis, design, or configuration, data migration, reporting and analytics, and then we provide education on the use of the system and a full testing process before we go live. So for any of our applications that we implement and support, we follow our structured methodology. But our journey with any application with you doesn't end at that point in time. We are always there to continue to support you going forward. So should you need support services on any of the applications we provide, we do have our help desk, which is manned by technical and application specialists and people with accounting designations to be able to assist you with any issue that you may have. So beyond our standard business applications, I just wanted to kind of touch base on a couple of other areas that we provide applications for that really have been pronounced over the last 18 months through COVID. And the first one is in the area of procure to pay. So if you're using any one of our financial management systems, you may need to expand on your ability to put the power of the application into the hands of the people that need it the most. And what I mean by this is now that we're working often in a remote scenario, not everybody's down the hall and has access to all of the information. So certain things like raising a purchase requisition and having somebody approve that, or taking a non-PO accounts payable invoice and having somebody approve that is not as easy as it used to be. So with different procure-to-pay solutions, we have the ability to automate the entire process or any part of this process so that you can route your purchase orders or accounts payable invoices or employee expense reports through your organization with all the supporting documentation whether it's, say quotes, contracts, receiving documents, whatever that might be, receipts, all of that would be available to you to be able to review through the workflow approval process, and then either be able to approve or reject that, and then have it go down for review for payment purposes, and then be able to make the payments either through check, wire, EFT, or ACH type payments, depending on where you are. So we have the ability to now allow you to work in a remote distributed environment and have the power to manage all of these areas. Another area we've spent a lot of time in helping companies is really to try and reduce that monthly close process. And that involves a number of different areas, such as if you're a multi-entity type organization, we're enhancing it by automating the whole inter-entity process for you, and elimination entries when it comes to consolidations, and then streamlining the whole financial reporting process so that you're not having to do this in Excel. In other words, exporting your trial balance out and building those statements manually. This should be an automated process. And by adding all of these capabilities into your system, we can streamline that process and minimize your month-end closing process. Another area is bank feeds will really help automate the reconciliation process of your banking, and again, reducing the amount of effort, taking away those mundane tasks that people are doing and allowing you to repurpose them into other areas, more value add to the organization. So automation in all of these areas was key for our clients. Moving into our consulting and advisory services, a couple of areas that I want to touch on with you here today, and that is simply our implementation review engagement. So with this engagement, basically we're working with clients that have invested in their ERP system, and they're kind of at a crossroads with the functionality maybe not meeting the needs of their organization today. That could be for a lot of different reasons. One, they're simply, their business model has changed. They've got new demands from their customers, and they're not being able to be met with the way the system is configured, right? Or maybe the system was implemented 10, 15, 20 years ago, and your business is simply different today than it was back then. So we have some challenges with the system, but we don't want to throw the baby out with the bathwater. So we simply want to be able to leverage our investments that we have there now, and then refine the system. In other words, enhance its capabilities to remove those pains that we have. And ultimately, we take you through an implementation review to identify those pain points, understand what the impact is on your business. And with that, we can help build a business case to help support any investments that you may need to make changes to the system itself. Ultimately, understanding what those problems are, we can bring you alternative solutions to be able to resolve those issues. We can also build a roadmap too, based on return on investment, the priority of being able to get a return, and which ones should we be doing first. Ultimately, allowing you to leverage what you have and make the most of your ERP system. The second consulting engagement that we offer for our clients is that of software selection. And that's really going to a very detailed process to ensure that you are ultimately going to select the right software system for your needs. That may be a whole ERP solution, or that simply may be in adding automation into an area of your business that you simply haven't had that before. So to my earlier example where we talked about procure to pay, for example, if you wanted to enhance the system and put in a procure to pay solution, Part of the challenge, if you're using Sage 300, is there's at least 6 different solutions available for you to be able to do that. But every one of them is unique in its own right. So it's important for us to clearly identify what your requirements are, understand your business process flow, and ideally go from there to identify key candidates for you to consider. We will provide you with information and overview videos of what those systems are capable of. We'll also provide you with a budget on your annual software subscription and the implementation costs, ultimately so that you can define a short list that you want to see full solution presentations on. And at the end of that, we can provide you with a solution proposal. But it's a very structured approach that allows you to not assume things as you go through the evaluation of software. You're very intentional in the way you evaluate and rate its capabilities, ultimately to get the right solution to enhance your system that you have. So implementation review and software selection, 2 of our good consulting and advisory service engagements. So the last area I want to touch on is integration and development. And in this area, we have seen a tremendous amount of activity here, again, over the last 18 months and moving forward, simply because people are continuously trying to enhance their systems on that digital transformation journey. And one of the last areas that they need to address is all of these disparate or offline systems, those that aren't connected to their ERP or their financial management system. So BAASS has a product called the BAASS Bridge, and this is our middleware application that allows us to integrate line of business applications to your finance system. And we do this in a very controlled fashion. This is the benefit that allows us to take transactions from other systems into the accounting system, or even synchronize data between the 2 different systems. We can also update your source system from the accounting system with data if you care to have that happen as well. So by integrating these applications, you're eliminating that duplicate data entry, which is an efficiency issue. You're eliminating errors because everything is done through the API, which validates all data, so you don't end up with data errors. Okay, and so that provides great efficiency into the process as well. But it also provides those controls, often that your board of directors, your auditors, or simply the senior management of the organization are looking to have in place. And through our BAASS Bridge application, we do exceptional reporting and file management. So it's a complete turnkey solution. And these are automated where we can have this type of process happen once a day or on a much more regular basis, close to real time type of process. And here you can see some examples, ADP and Ceridian and payroll, Blackbaud for nonprofit organization for the Razor's Edge, Shopify, Amazon for web store integrations, others for expense reimbursement like Concur and Nexonia. All of these are available to you. And if you are interested in other custom developed applications, I suggest you go to our website and look at our marketplace, and you'll see this diagram that allows you to go in and identify applications that we've developed in our development team for all areas of the financial and ERP solutions that we offer. Just to highlight a couple, we have BAASS alerts that allow you to basically monitor certain data or events within your system, and should that change, you can be notified. So for example, if a bank account information for a vendor in your EFT application has changed, then you can have an email notification of that. So it's a last way of checking key or critical information within your system and having more control on it. And BAASS has also developed a financial reporting application, which is web-based, that will allow you to build financial statements for your organization, something different than the traditional statement development tools that are in the application itself. So many products available there for you to have a look at the marketplace. So basically, in summary, BAASS, we're here to continue to support your digital transformation journey, whether it's through our implementation support services for all the applications we provide, or through our consulting and advisory services, or the development products that we've been able to create for you. Anyways, thank you very much for this opportunity to be able to speak with you this afternoon. A real pleasure. Look forward to talking to you again a little later on this afternoon in the panel. Have yourself a good day and enjoy your sessions. Bye-bye.